And welcome to the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium for day 2 of the Cardinal Newman Classic. We've got the semifinals tonight and a couple of awesome matchups. Can't wait for these. The first one will be Sacred Heart Cathedral of San Francisco, the Irish, at 1-0, taking on the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, the host team, currently 3-0 on the season, looking to get to the championship of their own tournament. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Cox, along with Matt Fowler, and two great matchups here tonight. This one to start things off should be a really good one. The defending Division I state champions in Sacred Heart. They had a tougher game than Cardinal Newman last night, but Cardinal Newman showed what they can do, particularly in the open floor. I'm expecting a great matchup. Kind of a contrast in styles.
Monica Myrtle's Cardinal Newman team, they're a juggernaut. They score, they score, they score. They will not let up. And as you mentioned, Sacred Heart had a tougher game last night against Eastside Prep, but they're both ready to go. Should be a great matchup tonight.
A big first half for Anya Choice. She came out red hot for Cardinal Newman.
Yes, she did.
She was able to get to the rack. She got some layups, and she also made it on transition. She was able to get some steals and lay it in.
And without the production of Anya Choice, I mean, they did win by about 50, but the production from Anya Choice definitely helped her. She had 25, as you see here.
Yeah, Anya Choice had a great first half. There she is, just driving to the lane. She actually laid that in with the left hand. That was impressive. And then with the right hand right here, she gets the roll. That's not an easy shot. Here she is in transition, getting the basketball on a steal by Choice. Misses the first shot, but stays with it and lays it back in.
Choice with a second
opportunity, and she's last night. And on the other side, Sacred Heart Cathedral with Talo Lee Aparessa. She had a good game last night for the Sacred Heart Cathedral, and if they can get the ball to her down low, that's the one thing they could exploit for Newman, because they do have a size advantage.
You see her, they're warming up, and she definitely is the anchor for this team, so how she goes is how Sacred Hearts goes, so we'll see how that affects them.
All right, take a look at the bracket real quick, and we'll show you what happened last night. Cardinal Newman with a 78-36 win over Encinal, easy victory. Sacred Heart 54-45 over Eastside College Prep. That's how they have arrived. Our nightcap will be Bishop O'Dowd and Regis Jesuit. So
looking forward
should
to
be a good matchup here tonight. We're going to take a break right here. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the start of tonight's semifinals here in the Cardinal Newman Classic from the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Now introducing the visiting Fighting Irish of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Head coach Ryan Russell, assisted by Demetrius Rockmore. Starters as follows: a sophomore point guard, number 0, Milan Tuttle. Sophomore guard, number
At George
10,
Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Snowy Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance. We've got your back.
Monica Myrtle.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company. Locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber. And we're getting ready for the start of tonight's game here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium, site of many a great battle over the years. And we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. First, the Sacred Heart Cathedral Fighting Irish, coached by Ryan Russell, who is in his 7th year. What a great program they have from the CCS, and they won the Division I state championship last year. Take a look at their starters tonight, and it's a good one. Milan Tuttle, she is a 5'7" guard. Carmela Marquez had a great second half for them, and Demaya Lewis was solid as long, and also Talo Lee Uparesa. We talked about her in the open. A little bit of a size advantage for them. We're going to take a look at Cardinal Newman's starting lineup in just a moment as we see Ryan Russell. He's holding the board right there, getting ready. And there's Cardinal Newman, Anya Choice, Asia Dural, Emma Nordby, Avery Cargill, and Christina Bocci gets the start tonight for them in the post. Monica Myrtle is the head coach. She is in her 8th year here at Cardinal Newman. She started this program from scratch. There was no girls program here when she came here, and what a job she's done. And there's Choice right off the bat, getting the shot no good. Lee Uparesa gets the rebound.
So many weapons for the Cardinal. Let's see how they start out.
Sacred Heart trying to transition 3, no good, but right away we see the size advantage as Demaya Lewis gets the rebound and the putback, and the Irish take the lead. Cardinal Newman working the ball around. There's Cargill, and her shot is rejected by Lee Uparesa. What a block.
And Lee Uparesa's pumped up after that early going first possession, but no easy baskets. 2
very proud programs going at it, and there's a steal. Newman with their first turnover of the night. Marquez with the lay-in at the other end. Carmela Marquez, who had a terrific second half last night in their win over East Side Prep. She had 10 points, all of them after the intermission. Christina Bocci in the corner, Cargill up top. Cargill, the senior, on her way to Hawaii Pacific next year. Choice misses her first shot, and the rebound goes to Lewis.
It's very early, but this is not how Monica Myrtle wanted to start off.
Down the lane, and a foul over the back. Lee Uparesa with Emma Nordby had good position that time. So first foul of the night. Our referees, Bear Whitfield and Nancy Clary. They'll be blowing the whistles and wearing the stripes tonight for this matchup. A lot going on here at Cardinal Newman. There's also the NCS semifinal football game going on out on the football field. So I haven't been out in the parking lot recently, but I imagine it's kind of a zoo. Choice misses, and it is Benitez who comes down with it now. Milan Tuttle tries to pass it into traffic, and it's knocked out of bounds.
We see Sacred Heart not afraid of the Cardinals' juggernaut offense.
All right, now they're determined to shut down Newman. Newman got a big lead last night, but there's the first turnover of the night for Sacred Heart as that pass actually went off the backboard. And now we'll see if Newman can settle in. We know Sacred Heart will try to turn this into more of a half-court game, but Choice gets to the basket right there. So a breakdown in the defense, and Anya Choice gets the first basket of the night for Cardinal Newman. First time they've been able to penetrate that zone.
Anya Choice just said, it's not working in the early going, let me just get to the bucket and score a basket, and that's exactly what she did.
She is very good at finding a way to score as Marquez goes down the lane with the left hand and lays it in. She has 2 baskets here in the first 2 minutes, and it's a 6-2 lead for the Irish. Talked about Sacred Heart and the extremely tough league that they're in, the West Catholic Athletic League. St. Ignatius, Valley Christian, Sarah, bunch of really good, tough teams. You don't have any easy games when you're in that league. Benitez throws it up with the left hand and somehow got it to drop.
What a shot by Benitez.
Wow. Left-handed to boot. And it's a 6-point lead. There's Choice down the lane with the left hand, no good. Asia Dural tries to fight for the rebound. Now it's Nordby going for it, but Lewis comes away with her 3rd board of the night. Lee Uparesa in transition. Cargill knocks it away. Nordby almost came down with it and loses it out of bounds.
With the exception of that last basket, everything going right for Sacred Heart at this point in the game, and Monica Myrtle is not happy about it.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do is dig yourself a big hole against Sacred Heart. Benitez steps back and sticks a 3. Dylan Benitez.
I think her foot was on the line. They called that a 2-pointer.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I already marked the 3 in my book. Cargill with an important 3, and she hits it.
And she definitely was behind the line.
What a great tester. Newman has had 3 easy wins so far this year. They really haven't been tested, and this will be a much different game, as you can tell right from the start. Benitez trying to drive past Christina Bacci. Cargill has the rebound. Newman trying to get in gear. Off to a slow start. Asia Dural tries to penetrate. Goes up with the left hand, and she's fouled.
Very smart play by Asia Dural. She just wants to get herself to the line, see the ball go through the hoop, get some points.
Nyla Epps reached in that time. Dural is a sophomore. And Dural goes to the free throw line and swishes the first one beautifully. Asia Dural. She had a good year as a freshman last year.
And as you see that penetrating and ball movement as she drives inside, kicks it out, and that 3 goes for Cargill.
Dural got the second one, so it's 10-7.
Nice trap.
Full court pressure. This is where Newman really can make things tough on you. But look at Sacred Heart beat the press and lay it in at the other time, as the other end as Marquez gets the lay-in.
That's the other side of the coin when you beat the press, although Newman able to get back, but they'll have a second chance opportunity here.
Cargill for 3. Avery Cargill with a clutch basket. She is the senior leader of this team. And that was a big one right there.
Cargill at 5'6". Let's see what Choice can do.
Choice trying to get down the floor quickly. Sacred Heart very aware of Newman's desire to run the floor. They had 3 green jerseys back, but Choice is fouled. There's Monica Myrtle.
I like the early going pace in this game. Both teams content to get up and down.
2-point lead. Cardinals trying to throw it in. They'll keep the possession. They'll get it right under the basket.
Very fortunate.
Cargill dumps it down low. Choice is fouled. Tuttle got her. And it's going to be 2 shots. So Tuttle picks up the personal. That's 4 team fouls against Sacred Heart. Cardinal Newman has not yet fouled, so that could be to the Cardinals' advantage as this first half winds down if they can connect at the free throw line. There, Anya Choice does. She has 3. Expect a great game here in this first semifinal. The second one, though, Regis Jesuit and Bishop O'Dowd also looks to be a good one. Regis Jesuit ranked 23rd in the country. One of the best players in the country.
I cannot wait for that game. That's going to be a nice one.
Lee Aparessa gets it across now for Sacred Heart. We are tied 12-12.
That happened fast.
Yeah, Newman got it together. They got off to a slow start. I noticed Monica didn't call a timeout.
She was content to let her girls sort it out themselves, and they did.
Marquez tries the 3. That's well off the mark. Newman seems to settle into a groove defensively as well. It can be tough after you've had 3 blowout wins. All of a sudden you're challenged a little bit, and it can kind of catch you off guard. Even though you knew it was going to be a tougher game, getting used to it is a different story, and it took them a couple minutes, I think, to find their groove.
Yeah, because getting in that mindset of grinding and being in a tough game, if you haven't been there yet, it might knock you back a little bit.
Choice up top, tries to get around Tuttle. It's Christina Bacci with a 3, and she got it. Big basket. She only had 2 points last night, but boy, does she come up clutch right here to give Cardinal Newman their first lead of the night. Marquez beats everyone down the floor. And there's Lee Aparessa. She'll go to the free throw line. Wanted the 3-point play,
she would not be denied there. She wouldn't be denied.
Big rebounding advantage right now for Sacred Heart.
And they're going to need that.
7-3.
Yeah, they're going to need that.
Lee Aparessa had 14 points last night in the victory, and she hits the first one. Great run to the title last year, Division I state title. She was a starter on that team last year, and she gets them both. Her teammate, Amari Thomas, who's now at Cincinnati, playing D1 basketball. 15-14. There goes Choice down the lane with the left hand. Newman has definitely settled down. 6 points for Anya Choice.
That's too easy if you're the Irish defense.
And Benitez is fouled. Bocci was guarding her closely.
And as you see here, Anya Choice just able to split the defense, get inside and lay it in. And that will not make the Irish happy.
Lee Aparessa, nice job inside, using her body so well and finding a way to get it off the glass and in. And it's 17-16 Newman by 1.
Second chance points are going to be a big factor in this game. Offensive rebounds.
Talked about the level of competition at this tournament. Such a great tournament year in and year out. And this may be about the best Final Four we've had, at least in the last 3 years. Off the glass and good by Cassie O'Connor. Almost got fouled as well on that shot. Somehow got it to drop.
The
Big
bank
basket.
is open late. Did she call that? I don't think she did, but it doesn't matter.
I didn't hear it, but they'll take it. There's Marquez, and she got it. Both teams coming out firing here. Marquez has 9 after scoring 10 in the second half last night. There's Anya Choice to the rack. Back and forth we go. What a first quarter. We talked about, what it would take for Newman to score 100 points in a game like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, and just with the good defense, even though it is up and down, I don't think either team's going to score 100 points, but that doesn't mean it can't be a close game as it is right now.
Hey, Newman's not far off pace right now with 22 here in this first quarter.
We thought they may get to 100 last night after scoring 50 in the first half, but 51
Well, the running
actually.
clock took care of that,
yeah,
for sure.
Did.
Understand the football team has jumped out to a 7-0 lead with 9:26 left in the first quarter. We'll try to keep you updated on that as well. You can also view the live scores below the player here on ysn365.com. The scoreboard from ScoreStream appears right below the live stream player. Here comes Avery Cargill, and she's fouled. Nice foul there by Dylan Benitez.
Only the second team foul, though. The Irish have done a good job at not fouling.
Here comes Avery Cargill now, looking to get it to the top of the key. Schmidt has checked in for the first time tonight. O'Connor tries it again, no good. Choice with a rebound underneath and almost got it.
That's big momentum as the quarter comes to a close.
There's actually 1 second left. Cardinals bring everybody back and let Anya shoot these free throws by herself. Doesn't get the first one. 3-point lead for the Cardinals, and she'll try to make it 4 as this quarter winds down, and she does. Tuttle will get the shot off, and Choice blocks it. So that's the way the first quarter comes to an end, and it was a good one. 23-19. It was a good one. It's Choice with 8 right off the gate. Carmela Marquez with 9. We'll take a break right here and be back with the start of quarter number 2 here in the Cardinal Newman Classic Semi-Finals.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
Nice first quarter, 23-19, and boy, exciting up and down basketball.
It was.
It's what we hope to see from these two teams. I really thought Sacred Heart would try to keep this game a little slower pace, but they showed the ability to get down the floor and get some transition baskets as well.
Absolutely, and the thing with Sacred Heart is they really have to do their best with their defense, because Cardinal Newman is, as I mentioned, a juggernaut offense, and if you're not defending in tip-top shape, it'll be a long night for you.
Milan Tuttle now for Sacred Heart. The Irish wearing the green tonight, and there's a foul away from the ball. Asia Doral mixing it up with Tuttle, and Doral gets whistled. That's the third team foul for Newman. Sacred Heart, again, they have the highest total. They have 6, so they're just 1 away from Newman getting into the bonus area.
Nice catch by Tuttle. Foul on Newman.
Another foul on Newman, so they've racked up a couple quick ones here. That one went against Emma Nordby, her second personal foul. Marquez, a little shake and bake, trying to get by Cargill, can't do it. Great matchup there, Tuttle and Doral, and Doral is called for another foul right in front of us here.
That was great by the Irish to save the possession.
Sacred Heart trailing. Tuttle flips it up. Nice rebound by Anya Choice. Her third of the night. Newman doing a better job of getting to the boards. One of the reasons why they weren't getting a lot of rebounds early on was because Sacred Heart wasn't missing. Choice works her way to the free throw line. And that's the 7th team foul.
Anya Choice, the aggressor, and we have 7 minutes to go in the half, and already 7 team fouls for the Irish.
Choice gets the first one. And there's a travel. Just the 3rd turnover of the night for Sacred Heart. Both teams have done a good job taking care of the basketball. And that was the thing that really impressed me about Sacred Heart last night. They didn't turn the ball over much, and that bodes well when you're playing Cardinal Newman, because they earn a lot of money getting those turnovers, getting those transition baskets. There's Choice rocketing past the defense, and it's an offensive foul call.
And you could sense a little bit of a momentum shift there. If that bucket goes in, Newman's up by 7. As you see here, nice lay-in, but not
Close.
to be, as it's an offensive foul.
That's close. 6 team fouls now. Monica Merkel did not like the call, I'll tell you that right now. Up top it goes to Milan Tuttle, and a timeout taken by Lorian Russell, our first timeout of the night. And it's a 30-second timeout.
And I like the timeout there by the Irish. You know, they just got an offensive foul. They got the possession back. If they can get a 2 or a 3 here, that'll pull them within 3 or 2. So, and as the half winds down, You don't want to let it get away from you. As you see,
Cassie O'Connor.
Shot.
Yeah, that was that nice one off the glass she hit. It's one thing I've really been impressed with by Monica Myrtle's teams over the years. She'll bring in players off the bench, and they get right into the mix and aren't afraid to shoot. They get right in there and they contribute. There's Lee Aparessa underneath. Great post move. She has 6 points. That is what Sacred Heart will try to do more of as the night goes on. It's a 3-point lead now for the Lady Cardinals. Searcy just checked in. That's Reese Searcy wearing number 4. Cargill pulls up from 16 and hits the bottom of the net. Avery Cargill with 8.
And that was great defense by the Irish, but just better offense that time by Cargill. It's another travel, another turnover for the Irish. And
it's a really unusual night. There is not only the football team playing, the girls basketball team in the semifinals, the boys basketball team is in the Russ Petrick semifinals playing Camp Belindo right now over at Montgomery High School, and they trail 20-12 after one. There's a turnover by the Cardinals. Tuttle tries to lay it in, and it's followed up by Marquez.
Alert play by Marquez there.
Yeah, Marquez was one of those players that I really didn't notice much of in the first half. She didn't score. She was just kind of there. But then all of a sudden in the second half, she lit it up with 10 points, and she has taken that momentum right into tonight's game as well. That one batted out of bounds. Last touched a green jersey. Cardinal Newman will hang on here with a 3-point lead, 5:05 to go. The Regis Jesuit ladies are in the house wearing the red backpacks. Going to watch a little bit of this game and get ready to go. Long way from home, all the way from Aurora, Colorado.
I'll tell you what, they had a lot of their home fans cheering from Colorado last night.
Nice rebound there. Lewis.
Lewis stepped on the sideline there, couldn't keep her foot in bounds. So these unforced errors coming back to haunt the Irish. Still only down by 3 with 5 minutes to go.
Anya Choice just got poked in the face, and now she's mixing it up with Tuttle, and I think Anya's going to get called for the foul.
She's not happy.
No, she got poked in the eye. There was no call, and then she kind of retaliated a little bit, and they're going to talk it over. There it is. She got poked right there, and then she was kind of trying to see what was up with her eye, and then Tuttle slapped the ball away, and then she kind of retaliated a little bit out of frustration right there. And now Newman is going to take a timeout as well. I think Monica Myrtle is going to calm the troops down a little bit right now in this situation.
That's exactly what that was. It was a frustration foul, and it may have been an involuntary reflex too, just by getting hit in the eye. And if you're the Irish, you look at this and you go, we're down by 3 with the ball with less than 5 minutes remaining in the half. This is exactly where they want to be. They know how explosive that offense is for the Cardinal. So their objective here is just going to be hang around, wouldn't you say, Dave?
Sacred Heart was able to come up with a steal right here. Stepping in front of the lane was Tuttle. And then check this out as Tuttle gets to the rack, misses, but Marquez is right there. She has been everywhere so far in this one. Carmela Marquez. She's got 11 points.
Matches her number.
All right, Tuttle now at the free throw line with 4:57 to go, and she hits the first one. Both teams are in the bonus now, as you can see by our bonus buttons. Second one no good. Nice rebound, Sacred Heart, and another foul on Newman. Coming down with that offensive rebound was Bianca Guerrero, after Tuttle only hit 1 of 2.
Potential 3-point play the hard way for the Irish.
challenge for Coach Lorraine Russell this year is replacing 9 seniors that were on that Division I championship team last year. But I think so far from what I've seen, they're going to be very competitive in the West Catholic Athletic League again this year. Central Coast section team. Second one no good, and Christina Bocci has the rebound. Cardinals up by 1. Handling the press, long, dangerous pass. Bocci ends up in the corner and hits it again. Christina Bocci with 2 threes here in the first half, and it's a 4-point lead for Newman.
It's got to be demoralizing for the Irish. That was just a lucky play there. The ball squirted into the corner, able to cash in for a 3 with a Cardinal.
And there's a foul underneath.
Very smart.
That is going to go against Newman.
As you see, the pass by Choice into the corner, and the 3-pointer goes for Newman.
Tuttle gets the first one. I understand the football team just scored with 36 seconds left in the first, so they now lead it 14-0. Tuttle off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Cargill. One of those games, gotta love it. Semi-final number 1, and Cargill is fouled way up top. Newman now has 19 fouls. That's 18 fouls against Sacred Heart. So there's gonna be a lot of free throws in this last 4 minutes.
And as we've so often said, free throws can decide a game. And although it's only the second quarter, you can watch either the makes or the misses pile up, and it'll be indicative of how close the game is, to state the obvious.
And Cargill got the second. 10 points for Avery Cargill. And we're hitting the 4-minute mark, midway through the second quarter. Benitez tries to throw it up, no good. Lee Upperessa. Nice basket off the glass. 3-point lead for Newman. Choice down the lane, and she's going to shoot a pair. Marquez got her on the way up. And like I said, we're going to see a lot of free throws in this last 4 minutes of play.
And as you see here, driving in, and couldn't get the shot to go, but she gets fouled. Makes the first.
And she makes the second as well, so 11 points now for Anya Choice. She is 6 of 8 from the free throw line so far tonight. Good players figure out a way to get their points, whether it be in transition, on offensive rebounds, or at the free throw line. Tonight, Choice has made her living at the free throw line. There's a nice rebound by Cargill, and she's fouled by Lee Upperessa. Boy, it's going to be a lot of players in foul trouble if this continues.
Lee Upperessa doesn't like that call. She is under the impression that they were just both fighting for it, but the referee saw otherwise.
Cargill, all net. Huge advantage at the free throw line so far for the Lady Cardinals, and they lead by 6. Cargill gets the second as well. 12 points for Avery Cargill.
Let's see how the Irish respond this last 3:30 of the half. They don't want to lose touch with the Cardinal.
Down the lane, Tuttle flips it up and got it. What a basket by Milan Tuttle. She may be shaken up, but she'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
What a shot by Milan Tuttle.
That was impressive.
As you see here, she decides to drive in and just with all her might goes and gets the bucket to go, completes the 3-point play. And Dave, that was a big play for the Irish.
Yes, it was. 5 points now for Milan Tuttle.
Great defense.
And that one's thrown away. It'll stay with Newman. Last touch to one of the Irish.
They've turned up the intensity here this last 30 seconds.
Here's Avery Cargill now. In and out. Lewis with the rebound. Lewis had a good game last night. She had 11 points, 5 rebounds. Under 3 to play here in the first half. Cardinal Newman with a 4-point lead here in the Cardinal Newman Classic Semi-Finals. Matt Fowler and Dave Cox bringing you the action here tonight. Long possession. Shot clock at 5. And that one's no good. But a foul just before the shot.
I think they called it on the shot. They did.
And Milan Tuttle's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And Monica Myrtle's not going to be happy about that. The shot clock was winding down. She considers that a bailout foul. Tuttle misses the first, though. As we mentioned, free throws are going to be crucial here down the stretch in the first and the start of the second half.
Tuttle gets 1 of 2. She has 6. Wow, the fouls are racking up. Double bonus now for both teams.
Every whistle will be 2 free throws.
3-point lead for Newman. Choice taken away by Lee. Aparessa. Running the floor. Lewis inside. Got it.
She was looking for the foul call too, didn't get it, but very smart to drive, try to create contact. She was able to get the basket to go there.
1-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Choice, nice, stolen from behind. Tuttle tries to bounce it in the lane, and somehow Marquez got the ball, and it ends up rolling out of bounds.
Tuttle did everything on that play. Offense to defense, she just couldn't quite complete the layup attempt. Monica Myrtle's not happy.
Lewis, no good. There's Anya Choice. Big possession right here for Newman. A 1-point lead. 1:40 to go. Choice down the lane. Got it. And she'll get the continuation. Lorian Russell can't believe it. Referee Nancy Clary says, count that. She was in the act, took an extra step. Kind of borderline, a little closer to NBA than high school, but she got it.
She did not dribble again, which is the key there.
And it's good, a 3-point play.
Huge for Newman.
14 points. $1:30 to go. What a first half. 38-34. Tuttle off the glass. Top players have come to play tonight. Cardinals bringing it up. Choice and Cargill. Choice finds a little seam, and she's fouled by Lee Aparessa.
She knew exactly what she was doing there.
Yeah. Was not a very high percentage shot as she came down. This is the play before where she got the continuation.
And as you see, the key is she didn't dribble. And it's kind of a judgment call with the officials how long they continue for. And she was able to get that one to go. Missed free throw for Newman.
She was definitely approaching the basket, and she took that step. The play developed slowly, which I think made it look worse than it really was. And I think that's what caught Lorian Russell's eye and why he was so upset about the call.
The rule is if the player starts the shooting motion, so that's kind of a judgment call sometimes, whether she was gathering or not. Anya Choice, 5'8", junior.
Yeah, she's just a junior. She's going to be a great player. They're checking something at the scores table. I'm not sure what.
The score is correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've kept it. Lorian Russell maybe had a question about the score. It's been a fast and furious first half of play.
It probably was a question about who has what fouls. There's been so many fouls in the last
that's true.
few minutes here.
15 points now for Anya Choice, and it's a 3-point lead for Cardinal Newman. 1:05 to go. A barn burner and a double dribble on Tuttle. And I'm going to say it right now, we're almost at the half, but conditioning is going to be huge in this game, late in the game.
Yes. And Monica Myrtle's Cardinal not used to being tested like this. As we mentioned, under her, they are 69-1 in league play.
Cassie O'Connor, no good. Cargill, an offensive rebound, no good. Choice fighting for it, and she's fouled underneath. Wow. Cargill and Choice racking up the rebounds. We said it was a rebounding advantage for Sacred Heart. The Cardinals have turned that around. And there's Choice. 16 points now.
Anya Choice had a great game yesterday and is following up that performance tonight. Big trip down for the Irish.
Benitez, long three. Marquez, offensive rebound. Marquez tries to flip it up and in, no. Lewis has the rebound.
They can hold for one.
Benitez in the lane, letting them play right there. O'Connor comes down with it. Cardinals will try to beat the clock. Choice all the way herself, a little strong. The rebound goes to Lewis.
They got time.
Lewis with 2 seconds, 1 second. Got it at the buzzer, Demaya Lewis. The length of the floor and in. Wow.
That is a huge bucket going into halftime for the Irish.
Yeah, they'd make it a 3-point game at the end of the half.
14-0 football game. 14-0 end of one.
Here we go. Here's that last sequence. Great drive by Demaya Lewis. She knew exactly how much time she had. A lot of players will pull up short right there.
Right.
She continued all the way to the basket and scored. So it is 41-38.
She was able to sprint 94 feet in about 2.5 seconds. Not easy to do. And we have reached halftime.
All right, so there we go. The first half of play in the books. It's 41-38. Great game. And we'll be back with some highlights of that first half and the start of quarter number 3 in just a moment.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
did.
He is very good at. What? Neither do I. Coach even looks like to you. Ask one of the girls what the coach is. All right, we're back, and the teams are out of the locker room getting ready for the start of the second half of play. See, it's a 41-38 lead for Cardinal Newman. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights of that first half of play, and there were a lot of them. We're going to start with Cardinal Newman getting off to a great start. Actually, they didn't get off to a great start, but they settled into a groove, and they made things happen. Anya Choice leading the way scoring-wise. She was able to penetrate and dish right there to Avery Cargill, who got Cardinal Newman going. She hit a couple of clutch baskets early on. Here's Choice again getting the ball into the corner. That was a big basket right there by Christina Bocci, who had a couple of big threes for Newman as well. Cassie O'Connor contributed off the bench and off the glass right there. Here's Choice in a little bit of trouble, but she gets it to Circe, and then it's Bocci again, who had those two big three-pointers. Here's Choice down the lane, flipping it up and in. She got the continuation right there, and the three-point play. That was a big one right there. Sacred Heart, on the other hand, they were trying to post it up, but they had the hot hand was Carmelo Marquez in the first quarter for them, and she led the way for them offensively.
And absolutely, and if you're the Irish here, you go into the locker room against Cardinal Newman, who's 69-1 in league play, and you're down by 3. You're exactly where you want to be as you see some of the offense here. That three-point shot able to go, gets it to rattle in there, and just keeping Newman honest and not letting them get into that here we go again mode with the offensive firepower that they have has been working for the Irish, as you see. Nice lay-in by Upressa there. And if Cardinal Newman comes out and the Irishes are able to stick with that strategy, and Newman comes out the way that they started, they might be in a little bit of trouble.
So here we go, ready to start quarter number 3. Newman by 3. Choice will get it to Cargill with no pressure, and we are underway. Cardinals with a slow possession, and it's stolen by Benitez. And Benitez goes up strong with the left hand, misses. Lewis right there, no. Tapped out of bounds, it'll stay with Sacred Heart.
Nice recovery by the Newman defense.
14 rebounds to 11 rebounds. Sacred Heart led in that category in the first half. Teams were even with 4 turnovers apiece. Newman shot more free throws, that's for sure. And there was some question, and I think that's what they were talking about at the scores table, as to how many fouls did Lee Oparesa have. I had her with 2, but I'm not sure what they had at the scores table, as we see Anya Choice lay it in. She has 19 points. What a game so far for Anya Choice, rising to the occasion here in the Cardinal Newman Classic semifinals.
Let the defender go by and lay it in as Tuttle is fouled.
Doral just picked up her 3rd.
As you see here, easy bucket for Anya Choice, asserting herself again just like she did last night. And maybe for the Irish, you're getting into the bonus for the second half. Should be a priority. Drive to the basket, create contact.
5-point lead for Newman. Trying to advance to the championship. The championship will be at 5:30 tomorrow. We'll have live coverage of that and the 3rd place game, which will take place at 4 o'clock. Ball out of bounds, last touch Sacred Heart. And Cardinal Newman will have the lead and the leather here with 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. A lot of controversy in NCS football. Cardinal Newman's football team playing in the semifinals tonight, and if they win tonight, they may decide the championship by a coin toss. Yeah, a coin toss. And the winner of the coin toss goes on to the NorCal Bowl game with a chance to advance to the state championship. A coin toss.
That strange times we live in, Dave. I mean, I know obviously why they're doing that, because they couldn't get all the games in because of the tragic fires. But you just gotta hope that it goes Newman's way if you're a Newman fan.
Benitez from the outside, no good. Lewis and Choice fighting for the rebound, tied up. No, they called a foul on Lewis. Wow.
That is odd.
That's her 2nd.
I
Wrestling
thought,
match.
yeah, as she gets it here, able to get it to go. That was the last possession there.
Christina Bocci, no good. Marquez taps it to herself. What a play by Carmelo Marquez.
She saw the defender. She knew the only way she was going to get that ball was to tap it ahead. That's exactly what she did. Very smart play.
13 points for Carmelo Marquez. Newman's lead, just 3. Waiting in the wings, Regis Jesuit and Bishop O'Dowd. We were treated to a little dunk session at halftime by the Regis Jesuit star as they were warming up. Francesca Balibi always gets the crowd fired up as Marquez slashes to the rack again. 15 points now for Marquez.
And again, close game, 1-point game.
Cassie O'Connor well off the mark. That rebound was Kayla Yasukawa. Yasukawa getting some minutes right here, trying to keep Lee Aparessa out of foul trouble. I think they have her for 3 because they seem very concerned. They asked me how many I had her for. I have her for 2, but you know, I might be off. You know, I'm trying to do this, do play-by-play, do a couple other things. I'm not the official scorer, that's for sure.
They always think we're the official scorer, though, Dave. And we have a momentary break in the breakneck pace of this game. We'll say I did speak very briefly with Francesca Belibi, and I told her to do her best to do that dunk show, or at least
in the game.
One during the game, as we have it's like a lane violation, or a lane violation on the Irish. I said to do her best to give the crowd something to cheer about during the game. She said she will try her best, so we'll see where that goes.
That's all we can ask.
She had a big smile on her face, too.
Meanwhile, we're tied up. Benitez will try and untie it as she steals it from Cargill, and is bumped. Could have gone straight to the basket, but she took the contact. She was going for the 3-point play right there. Kind of interesting that she made that decision.
First chance for the Irish since early in the first quarter.
And that's 3 on Cargill. So a bunch of players are going to be in foul trouble as we wind this game down. Doesn't look like Monica Myrtle's going to sub. Benitez is a sophomore, and she gets the second one.
First lead since early in the first for the Irish.
Yeah, 1-point lead here for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Bocce for 3. Got it! Oh my goodness. She has been clutch tonight. Christina Bocce has 3 threes, and it's a 2-point lead for Newman. Taken away by the Cardinals. No, Lewis maintains the possession. Marquez drives to the rack and lays it in. No! A foul underneath.
They call that a charge, or did they call it?
I'm not sure. No, I think it was on Lewis, away from the ball, a push, kind of keeping the lane open for Marquez.
As we'll see.
Didn't catch enough of it right there. Might have gone on Yasukawa, actually. 32, not 24, so Yasukawa now has 3.
Golden opportunity for Sacred Heart to tie it up there. It goes the other way.
There's Lewis trying to go for the steal. Gets it ahead to Benitez. Benitez driving on Choice, and Choice fouls her.
That's very smart by Benitez. She knew, she saw the defense coming. Best to create contact, get herself to the line.
Choice was trying to back away and not foul, but Benitez put the body right in there like she did to Cargill the play before. Both Choice and Cargill now have 3. Hate to see a game decided by fouls.
This early, too.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes into the third quarter, and there's a bunch of players right now with 3. Both Choice and Cargill are going to stay on the floor. Cargill is fouled by Benitez. Turnabout is fair play. A lot of whistles in this one.
Free throws are going to be crucial down the stretch as we inch closer to the fourth quarter.
Cargill makes it 48-46. Everything you could ask for in a semi-final game.
Close to a travel there for Tuttle.
Benitez, or Tuttle, excuse me. Nice spin in the lane, and Cargill has the rebound. Good defense right there by the Cardinals. Choice brings it up quickly. She's double teamed in the corner. And a timeout taken by Monica Myrtle. Woo. That was a close one.
And the Irish bench is not happy. They wanted to travel there.
Take a look at the bracket here in this Cardinal Newman Classic. It's going to be a good consolation championship. East Side Prep against Consumnes Oaks. Here we are over on this right side, though. That's where the action gets serious. This one right here. And then we've got Bishop O'Dowd and Regis Jesuit coming up at 8:30. We will have it live. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So 48-46 now with 3:16 to go. Lorian Russell, the head coach for Sacred Heart, thought he was about to get a steal and a chance to take the lead, but that timeout was taken just in the nick of time. Choice loses it out of bounds.
Just lost it off her leg.
And they're saying that she just lost it. She thought it was tipped out of bounds, but that's not the case. We'll call that a turnover. That is the 6th turnover now for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. 3 minutes to go. They try to post it up, and there's a foul on Emma Nordby as they tried to dump it down low to Gaynor, Alani Gaynor. And I've got Nordby for 3 now also, so she's in foul trouble. We've got Cargill with 3. We've got Choice with 3. That's a lot of players to try to get through the last 11 minutes of this game.
It's going to be a long 11 minutes.
It's halftime of the football game, and a bunch of the fans are coming in from the football game now to watch a little bit of this. It's kind of cool. You go back and forth. You get a little bonus action.
They were watching Francesca Belibi put on her show yesterday.
Milan Tuttle with the left hand after the offensive board. And she has 11 points. Love games like this where the top players come to play and put on the performance that you're expecting, and that's why we're tied 48-48. The steal that time by Benitez. Benitez has made a couple big plays. There's Marquez down to Lewis. Great feed, and Lewis lays it in to Maya Lewis now with 8. And it's a 2-point lead for Sacred Heart. They haven't led since early in the first quarter. See if the Cardinals can regain their mojo. Cargill from 17, got it. Big basket, Avery Cargill. And we'll see also if this crowd that just filled in about 50 students just came in from the football field. We'll see if that fires up the Lady Cardinals. Benitez hits the bottom of the net. Nine points for Benitez. Anya Choice down the lane, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Finally, we get a break in the action here. This is intense. Monica Myrtle.
That was Benitez picking up her 3rd for Sacred Heart. Minute 52 to go in the 3rd, and the pass goes awry. Choice was looking for Cargill.
You do not see that too often. Sorry, Dave. That is, and as you see all the fans here, as you mentioned, about 60 students just.
Look at these guys right now. They filled in right at halftime. Football team's up 17-0 at half. See if they hang in here for a while. And there's a travel. Carmelo Marquez. That's only the 5th turnover for Sacred Heart. There's a basket. Schmidt hits that one. That's a big one right there. Newman up by 1.
Who's going to get the last shot of the quarter? Be a big momentum shifter either way.
Tie up underneath. Lewis and Schmidt. Possession arrow favors Sacred Heart. Emma Nordby's going to check back in now. Benitez off the mark. Offensive rebound. Tuttle at the 1 minute mark. Tuttle lays it in, but she tapped the ball. And she's going to get a warning on that.
Delay of game.
Sacred Heart back up by 1. Anya Choice gets it across. Cargill now, right wing. What a game, 54-53. Under 45 seconds to go now in the third quarter. The Cardinal Newman Classic Semi-Finals. Anya Choice posts up and scores. 21 points for the junior, and it's a 1 point lead for Newman.
About a 4 second
Ryan
difference.
Russell is saying, put on the brakes, ladies. We want to try to wind this down. The shot clock and game clock are off by about 4 seconds. Tuttle gets it to Benitez. Man-to-man defense. They're trying to get it inside. They do. Off the glass and good by Molly Lampkin as she backs in. Choice is going to have to hustle. 2 seconds. A half-court shot off the back of the rim. And it's 56-55. Sacred Heart by 1 after 3. Great clock management right there by Sacred Heart. And I think Choice might have been able to take a couple more dribbles and maybe get a little closer to the basket. She shot that from half court with 2 seconds to go.
You're right, and the reason why Sacred Heart was able to get the basket was because Emma Nordby fell down, creating a clear lane to the basket for the Irish. So fortunate there, and they actually go into the fourth quarter with the lead.
All right, 3 quarters of play in the books. It's 56-55. The final 8 minutes coming up next.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber. Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
All right, final 8 minutes are on the clock. Great sequence right there for Sacred Heart as they took the clock all the way down to the very end and scored. Newman with the possession to start the quarter. Schmidt no good. Nice rebound there. Lampkin, who just came in, she's the tallest player on the floor at 6'3", and it's a turnover by Sacred Heart. Kind of an uncontested turnover right there.
Well, yeah, unforced mistakes, that is going to drive your coach crazy, as you see there. Not happy on the Irish bench. Anya Choice. Airballs a 3.
Lampkin has the loose ball. Schmidt almost came up with a steal. Remember, Choice has 3 fouls, and she is playing some dangerous ball right now. Nordby pulls up, gets it back to Anya Choice. Cargill from beyond the arc loses her shoe. Choice picks up the loose ball and loses it out of bounds.
Wild sequence to begin the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, we got shoes flying all over the place, and might have been a foul call. They called an offensive foul call there.
Actually,
on Anya Choice.
I did see the referee gesture demonstrably to signal offensive
4
foul.
fouls on Anya Choice.
It's a huge call.
Yeah, it is. That's 4 on Anya. What do you do if you're Monica Myrtle? Do you sub her out? Kind of have to with 7 minutes to go in the game.
But she remains in.
Benitez sticks a 3.
And all of a sudden, up by 4, the Irish, their biggest lead of the night.
Cargill for 3. No good. Emma Nordby with a huge offensive rebound. Choice for 3. Over Lampkin. Good. Oh, my. That was not an easy shot with the 6'3" Lampkin right in her face. but she sticks it to make it a 1-point game. Home crowd now, big advantage for Newman. Blocked by Nordby. Back to Benitez, however. 6:23 to go. Tuttle flips it up top. Benitez for 3. Off the mark. Tuttle underneath. No. Shot clock, but did they hit the rim right there?
It did not.
Nope, they're calling that a shot clock violation. It was close.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb here, Dave, as they discuss this and say that this football team's not leaving.
No, I think they
These
like
fans-
this game is much closer
These
right
fans
now
are-
than that one.
Huge
Check out the football
offensive
team's actually
rebound.
playing in the game.
Joyce
Fans
for
are out there.
3.
Yeah.
Over Lampkin. Good.
How she got it
Oh,
over
my.
Lampkin. She stayed calm and she nailed it from that deep.
So after a little bit of a delay, Choice will get the ball.
And here comes Lee Upperessa into the game. Now again, not exactly sure how many fouls she has. She must have at least 3, if not 4, because they held her out for that third quarter. So here we go. Foul trouble an issue. Tight game. Cargill, great move, all the way to the rack, doesn't get it. Nice rebound, Asia Doral. Choice, pulls up, 15-footer, no good. So an empty possession there for the Cardinals.
Nice outlet pass.
And Nordby and Lee Upperessa, and it's off Lee Upperessa. It'll go the other way. Anya Choice brings it up now, looking for a screen. Choice trying to get around Tuttle, pulls up, no good. Defenses ratcheting it up a notch or 2. Lewis has 7 rebounds. Here's Lee Upperessa backing in on Nordby. Feeds it to Lewis underneath. Lewis almost lost the handle. Choice tries to take it away, can't. Marquez around the horn. Doral knocks it out of bounds.
And
wow.
this crowd getting into it, everybody's standing, cheering. And even though, Dave, this is a preseason tournament, you get the feeling this will be a big upset here if the Irish are able to pull it off.
One way or the other. I don't know if you call it an upset when you got the defending Division I champion in the house, but one way or the other. So we'll take a break right here. 5:04 to go. It's 59-58. Sacred Heart by 1.
You wouldn't call it an upset when the other.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
I want to thank our sponsors for making this possible. Nordby Construction, North Bay Elite, and Cardinal Newman High School. 59-58. Only 3 timeouts remaining for each squad. Sacred Heart still has one of their 30s remaining. Inbound to Lee Upperessa. And Cargill comes down with it, but it's taken back away. 9th turnover of the night by the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Sacred Heart content to play kind of a half-court game right now.
If they get a bucket out of this timeout, it'll be huge.
Tuttle is fouled. Nordby, I believe, is going to pick that one up, and that's going to be 4 on Emma Nordby.
Huge. You got Choice, which is still in there. She's got 4.
Nope, they gave that to Emily Schmidt, so that's her first. Nice rebound, Asia Doral.
The crowd trying to will the free throws to not go in, and they're successful.
Choice trying to get around that defense. Boy, Sacred Heart has made it really difficult for Newman the last 3 or 4 possessions down the floor. A 1-point game, 4:30 to go. Three-pointer on the way. Doral with great position. Lewis somehow ends up with the ball.
No call there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. All the fouls we've seen, and that one wasn't. There's Lee Aparessa with the lay-in. Her first basket since way back in the second quarter. It's a 3-point lead for Sacred Heart. Cargill fouled by Benitez. That's 4 on Benitez. I'd be very surprised if at least 2 or 3 players don't foul out at this point.
You see here, the Irish, their offense, you get a nice lay-in. That's easy, too easy if you're the defense for Cardinal.
Yeah, Marquez with that backside bounce pass to Lee Aparessa. There goes Cargill with the left hand. Cargill with an offensive rebound. Into the corner it goes. Now it's Choice. Looking for breathing room. They have not been able to break away from this Sacred Heart defense the last few minutes. Doral tries to go up, loses the handle, no call. Lee Aparessa, the other end with the lay-in. Wow.
Tried to draw the foul there. Monica Myrtle is not happy.
No, she may get teed up at some point. I'd be crowd not happy either. 58-63, it's a 5-point lead. We'll take a quick break right here. Barn burner, and we've got 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go in this semifinal contest.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
So here we go, 3 minutes and 17 seconds to decide this one. Been back and forth. Early on it was Sacred Heart, then for the next 2 quarters, really, it was Cardinal Newman. Sacred Heart got that basket at the end of the third to take the lead, and now they lead by 5. Cargill gets it to Schmidt, and Schmidt hits a clutch 3. The role players tonight, Bocce and Schmidt, have come up big out of that timeout. That's a big one. Under 3 to play. It's a 2-point game. Sacred Heart with the lead. And there's a foul on Lewis, trying to get position with Cargill. And Lewis has picked up, I believe, her 3rd personal foul.
And Monica Myrtle, you could see in that timeout, she was livid. And as you see here, this nice 3-point shot goes in, and whatever Monica Myrtle said in the timeout's working. The crowd's back into it.
Yeah, and this is another big possession. They can tie or take the lead. 2:40 to play. Cargill looking for help. Tries to get around Lee Aparessa. She ends up pulling up herself. Doesn't get it. Nordby keeps it alive for Doral. Great hustle play right there by Emma Nordby. Here's Cargill, a little head fake. Throws it up, no good, tough shot. It's Marquez who has the rebound. Here comes Marquez. Nordby tries to get position, no call. Tuttle with the ball now, approaching the 2-minute mark. Looking for Lee Aparessa underneath. Schmidt trying to keep her from the ball, fronting her in the block. Marquez tries to get the pass down there, can't do it, almost throws it away. Cargill lost sight of it for just a moment. Shot clock at 3, 2, a bump by Nordby, and I believe that's 5 on her.
Broken possession for the Irish, absolutely bailed out by the defense, and that is just not a play. You want to be aware of the shot clock there. That's not a play you can make if you're the Newman.
Here it is. See, the shot clock up in the upper right corner was at 2. I don't even think she was trying to shoot that. I'm surprised they're giving, well, she's going to get at least 1 and a bonus here, and she makes the first one. So I don't think they called that a shooting foul.
No, they didn't, but they're in the bonus.
Second one, no good. Cargill and Lewis fighting for it, and not sure what they called there. Cargill might have been on the line when she touched it, so
Looks
it's Sacred Heart's ball. Wow. And another timeout taken right here. Wow, what a game we have here. Sacred Heart takes a full timeout, 64-61. We'll take a break right here as we conclude this semifinal number 1, the first of 2 big ones coming up tonight.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division 1, 2, 3, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
Quite a ball game here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. It is 64-61. Sacred Heart by 3. And less than 2 minutes to go. Bishop O'Dowd and Regis Jesuit will follow this one up. Lee Aparessa travels.
She rushed it. Lee Aparessa there. You want to use clock. That was a mistake.
Newman brings it up now. Cargill with Marquez. Marquez looking for an opportunity to steal the ball. Doral back to Cargill in the corner. She's double teamed. Choice up top. And she carries it, or double dribbles. Same difference, it's a turnover. Sacred Heart switched their defense in about halfway through that third quarter, and it's given Cardinal Newman a lot of trouble.
And let's see, it looks like they are heeding the advice, just using some clock here, under 1:20 to go.
Newman needs a stop. 1:15 to play. Marquez tries to dish it down low. Nordby didn't foul out. That was only 4 on her. I wasn't sure if it was 4 or 5 on Emma Nordby. Kind of hard to keep track of all these fouls, I'll tell you. Inbound for the Irish. Trying to keep Lee Aparessa from getting the ball underneath. Marquez up top. 10 seconds to shoot. Shot clock winding down. Tuttle does get it off. Nordby with a nice box out. Nice stop for the Cardinals. Choice ahead of the pack. Little too strong, out of bounds. And they gave that to Sacred Heart. I could have sworn I saw a green jersey tap that out of bounds.
I thought so too.
It's one of those ones in the NBA they'd review for sure.
Monica Myrtle egging on her defense.
40 seconds to go.
Cardinal will get another shot here if they're able to get a rebound.
Lee Aparessa up strong and in. Big basket right there. It's a 5-point lead. The Cardinals are in trouble. Choice tries to get through the double team. Can't. They've got to get a shot off. Nordby back to Choice for 3. She got it! Timeout Newman. 12 seconds to go. Choice makes it a 2-point game.
What a shot. Hey, Anya Choi, she's been doing it all night. She did it last night as well. And Monica Myrtle, what's she going to draw up for her defense? Now, it is a 1-and-1 situation. Actually, as you see here, Anya Choice somehow able to get free. She gets behind the defender. She gets a wide open three, and she nails it.
That is a clutch shot right there, and the crowd appreciated it.
And actually, it will be 2 free throws if Newman elects to foul, so they got to hope for 1 miss to Cardinal Newman. But a lot can happen in 12 seconds.
14 points for Lee Aparessa, 27 points for Anya Choice, 14 for Avery Cargill.
Watch the
and
inbound.
Carmela Marquez has 12. Those are your leading scores. The Cardinals with full court pressure and a foul. They foul Benitez. Cassie O'Connor fouling right there. So the good news is no time went off the clock, or barely any time
And
went off the clock.
actually, they sometimes should have gone off the clock there because they did inbound the ball. But
It
fortunate.
was almost an instantaneous whistle. So Benitez goes to the line. Not sure what kind of a free throw shooter she is. We do not have stats. And she missed it. Cargill has it. Here we go. Nordby gets it to Schmidt. Here comes Cargill. 5 seconds. Cargill shoots it at the buzzer. No good. Lee Aparessa comes down with it. Cargill got a pretty good look right there. It was a 2, not a 3. Lee Aparessa with great position, got the rebound right there, and just a half a second left in this game.
You gotta wonder if driving to the basket was the mentality there. I don't know about that shot, but
It was a little off balance. I thought maybe she would pull back to the right and try a 3, but she did get inside. Nordby has just fouled out. She picked up her 5th. There it is again right there.
hard fought. The Irish the whole way.
Missed it.
And I think they might put some time back on the clock
Yeah,
here.
I'm not sure. She was shooting 2 because that was the 10th team foul, so it's a double bonus situation. So now they're going to have to figure out the clock. This is going to be a little crazy.
It should be 0.6. If she was shooting 2, it should be 0.6 on the clock. And they've corrected that.
Safe to say the 8:30 game is not going to start at 8:30. Second one, no good. And the Cardinals will not be able to get off a full court, length of the court shot, and this one is over. 66-64. It is Sacred Heart with the win by 2. That is a tough ball game right there. My goodness.
And Monica Myrtle, unfortunately for her team, they can't get it done, but they have a bright season ahead of them, and you expect them to be very dominant.
Well, if you like that one, stay with us. We've got another one coming up. It is Bishop O'Dowd and Regis Jesuit. We'll find out who plays Sacred Heart in the championship. A 2-point win for the Irish. We'll be back with the start of semifinal number 2 here at the John Fitzgerald in just a moment.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.